Hello boys and girls, it's Wednesday and we're back together. Isn't that wonderful? Welcome everybody. And I've been hearing about lots of people that are singing along with these songs, and these are fabulous new songs about space, our favourite place to visit, or try to visit anyway. So boys and girls, we've got some beautiful rockets here. We've got the one that we looked at on Monday, but also we've got another little rocket here that Steve the builder built yesterday, so we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. But for now, let's begin singing our favourite preschool song. Oh, our preschool is a happy place to be. Yee-haw! Yes, our preschool is great fun for you and me. Yee-haw! We are laughing, we are sharing, we are learning, we are caring. At Go Harbour Preschool, it is fun to be. Yee-haw! Singing I, yippee, yippee, yee-haw! Singing I, yippee, yippee, yee-haw! Singing I, yippee, 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 yee-haw! And wasn't that fun? Boys and girls, I hope that you've been filling up your kindness jar if you've got one of those at home. I had to put some more marbles in my kindness jar because there's people at my house being very kind. And I hope there's people at your house being very kind too. Okay, my little darlings, now we are going to look at the letter that Marianne has been teaching us this week. Can you remember? Oh, you're just far too clever. Of course, it's a G, and G says G. G for gorilla, our gorgeous little gorilla. And he's giggling. Oh, I wonder what he's giggling about. He must have a special surprise or a special secret he's giggling about. He's rather cute. I'll just give him a little pat on his tummy. Right, so let's sing our G song. Giggling gorillas, giggling gorillas, giggling gorillas, is the song that G makes. Well done. Now I've heard that our little ones have been enjoying the Twinkle Little Star song. So I want to hear Evie and all our little ones. Quinn, I wonder if you could help the big people in your house sing this too, because this is such a lovely song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And I heard that both our Sophie and Sophia have been singing this song too, so I wonder if you can remember the second verse that we sing with the moon just peeping through our window, between our curtains or our blinds. It's a fun part. In the dark blue sky you keep, while you through my curtains peep, and you never shut your eye till the sun is in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Well done! That was lovely singing. Now boys and girls, we've just sung about the beautiful twinkling star, but we have been talking about the other bright object that's up high in our sky. And can you think what it might be? You are right, the moon. So we're going to get our lovely Earth and we're going to find the little moon. Just wait a minute while Lynda gets it. Right, now here's our earth turning round all the time. It never stops turning, and just as well it doesn't. It's very important that our earth keeps turning. And there's our little moon, and our moon is going around our beautiful earth. And when we look up, we can see that moon. Sometimes we can't see it all because sometimes it's in shadow, but we can see that moon shape going round. Can anyone remember how long it takes our earth to do one big turn? So it's facing the sun, and then it turns around, and little New Zealand isn't facing the sun, it's night time, and it turns around again, and it's daytime again. How long does that take for our lovely earth to turn once around? That's a hard question. Can you remember? Yes, you are right. One whole day. And how long does it take for our little moon to go around our lovely earth? More than one day, more than 2 days. It takes a whole month. And that's what we sing about, and it helps us to remember. Then we've got our beautiful earth going round the sun. So it's turning around, but it's still going round the sun. That's a very, very important star, the most important star for our wonderful earth. And we're going round, and later on we're going to learn that there's other things going around our beautiful sun, other planets, but that's for another day. So our earth takes a whole, can you guess? A whole year to go around our beautiful sun. So we'll put that up there, and we're going to sing about that. And when we sing about it, it helps us to remember, doesn't it? Well, it helps me. Okay, my little darlings. The earth turns around. The earth turns around. The earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the earth turns around. And the big trip that our little moon has to do right round our big, big earth. The moon goes round the earth. The moon goes round the earth. Once a month, every month, the moon goes round the earth a whole month. And then our beautiful earth spinning and spinning and going round the sun. The earth goes round the sun. The earth goes round the sun. Once a year, every year, the earth goes round the sun. Oh, wonderful singing, my lovelies. Now, boys and girls, the next song that we sing talks about the shape of the moon, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But it also talks about the surface of the moon, what's on the moon. Like in our beautiful earth, we have water and sand and beautiful green grass and mountains to climb, and it's so beautiful. On the moon, it's a little bit different. Now, yesterday, Steve, the builder, made a very, very special moon lander. It's got special legs that come down that can land on the moon. And our friend Benny, the astronaut, he actually stood on the moon and he collected some very special things. Now, in our moon song, we sing about what is on the moon. And we can check with Benny. I'll check with him now. Benny, what did you step on when you stepped down? Look, here's his little ladder. He came out of the special moon lander. He came down very slowly. And remember, on the earth, there's not as much gravity. That's what Mary Ann's been teaching us. And you go boom, boom. But he was very clever because he was able to collect some samples of what's on the moon. So I'm just going to have a chat with him. Ah, yes, he found some dust. Yes, and some rocks. Yes, oh, and some very special stones. And he's taken them all back to Earth to look at. So I think Mary Ann will be able to help you with that too. Okay, but in our song we sing about the dust and we sing about the stones that Ben, the astronaut, told us about. And don't forget, we also talk about our beautiful shaped moon. So normally, our beautiful moon is a gorgeous round colour, and it's so yellow because it gets the light reflected on it from the sun, our beautiful big star. So the sun comes down and shines on our beautiful moon, and that's reflected down onto our earth when we look up. And do you know, boys and girls, that when we look up, the beautiful moon is actually always round, but we don't always see that round or spherical shape. We just see some moon and some shadow. Now sometimes when the sun is over there, it's shining down onto our earth, but it doesn't shine on this part, on the moon. So it shines down onto the moon, but it doesn't shine down onto this part of the moon, and it looks very dark, so we can only see this lovely light part from our earth when we look up. And this shape is, can you remember? It's a bit of a tricky one. Semicircle, well done. So we've got a semicircle on this side that's lovely and bright, and a semicircle that's in shadow on our moon. And then when there's lots of shadow, put this on here, when there's lots of shadow we get another beautiful shape. And this is what our moon's going to look like very, very soon, because our sun is shining from way over there, and only this little bit is getting the sun shining on it that we can see. And that part of the moon is in a lot of darkness, a lot of shadow. This moon is still its same shape. It doesn't shrink. It's still that lovely round shape, but we can only see this shape. And this is one of my favourite shapes. Can you remember? That's another tricky word too. It's a crescent. Well done. It's got a beautiful round part here and a beautiful curved part there. Lovely curves. And that is called a crescent shape. So our special song about the moon does teach us lots of things. So let's all sing it together. Sometimes I'm a crescent, I'm curved but not bent. Moon, moon, I am the moon. I am the earth's only moon. I'm made of dust and rock, just like Betty said. Of me has the sun round the clock. I have craters on me and I'm very cold, you see. Moon, moon, I am the moon. I am the earth's only moon. Well done, boys and girls. Now, my sweethearts, this is the rocket that Steve made yesterday. And it's a very special rocket. It's not as big as the one that we looked at on Monday, but it's a little version, and I saw some people had made some of these at home, like Amber. Well done. Now we're going to sing a song about a little rocket, but we're going to pretend we're the rocket. And this is such a cute little rocket. It's got a gorgeous little nose. And remember, Lynda popped the top of the big rocket on my nose. And then it's got something really special that holds it up and holds all the fuel in place and keeps it nice and steady when it stands. And does anyone remember what the name of those are? We talked about it yesterday. You're right, it's the fin. So we're going to sing our little song about a rocket. And we're going to sing about I'm a little rocket, tall and thin. Nice and thin. Look how thin this little rocket is. He's going up very high, but he's still very thin. Even this big rocket made out of the Duplo has got long, long, tall, thin sides and comes to a point. So we're going to be singing about that. And when you do your nose, you might be able to point to your nose, or you might be able to make, oh goodness me, I'm going to topple my rocket over. You can make a great big nose like that, a beautiful point that can go launching into space. And we're going to sing another verse too, and it's I'm a little astronaut because I'm in the rocket and I'm going to go up high just like Benny the astronaut did, and here is my spacesuit, and you can make a beautiful round helmet with all the air inside for you to breathe, and then I'm ready to fly. So we're going to sing 2 lovely verses about going in a rocket. Are you ready? Good on you. I'm a little rocket, tall and thin. Here is my nose, here is my fin. Put your fins right out like this. When I get all fired up, see me zoom, get ready. Off the launch pad to the moon. Now before you go, you've got to make sure that you've got your spacesuit on. I'm a little astronaut, I'm going up high. Here is my spacesuit, I'm ready to fly. When I get all fired up, see me soon. Get ready for that big jump. Off the launch pad to the moon. Big jump right up high. Oh my goodness, that was wonderful. I'll have to check on you tomorrow and see what a big jump you can make tomorrow. Boys and girls, you have been fantastic. Don't forget to keep filling up that kindness jar, and don't forget to try your very best to do things to help your mummies and daddies at home. And we do miss you, but we do love seeing you when you're at your house and we're in our house. Mwah.